My name is Dmitry. I'm leading the mobile team for the Gnosis Safe. Hello, I'm Dmitry from the Gnosis Safe. And today, together with Andrey, we're going to talk about key management and dApp interaction. So, to start, I want you to imagine a fictional character. Let's call her Maria. Maria is a Portuguese grammar specialist. And right now, she's walking up and down Lisbon Street, wondering how her recent financial life has the same path. She feels sad and hopeless. However, she thinks that maybe nearest future could bring some change. When she arrives at the party, where she sees two of her friends, Matteo and another friend, she learns that Matteo wants to get the group into crypto, and he suggests to create a Gnosis safe so that they could pool their funds together and buy an NFT. All right, how to start? So Matteo creates a Gnosis safe on the web interface. On the mobile, we currently don't support creating the safe. And he needs to add an address of both of his friends to the safe. So he asked them to install the Gnosis Safe mobile app where they could generate a new key right within the app so that they could share the address with Matteo. All right, seems easy. They could add their keys to the safe. And when the keys are generated in the mobile app, on iOS, we store the keys in a key store, which is a secure database that iOS operating system provides. And on Android, we store the keys in an encrypted database, encrypted by the keys that app generates during the installation. And then the keys are stored in the key store system. We could use a secure enclave on iOS, which is the hardware component that stores the keys securely and the keys never leave it. However, it doesn't support the Ethereum hashing SHA-3, and it doesn't support elliptic curve variant that is used in Ethereum. So the next step is the friends need to pool the money together to purchase an NFT. So the easiest way for them as a newbies, actually just give the money to Matteo, and he would just transfer crypto, since he's more advanced user, to the safe. Goes ahead to make a transaction for purchasing the crypto. So people who connect their mobile wallets to the safe, they would receive a push notification, which when you open, you could see transaction details and confirm the transaction. So Maria confirms it, as well as her other friend, but the transaction cannot be executed from the mobile app yet. It needs to be executed from desktop, so which Matteo does. And after the transaction is mined, they get their NFT. Cool. Well, seems to be easy. And life goes on, and Maria goes ahead and lives her normal life. And every morning she wakes up and checks some balances, goes to the collectibles details to see her NFTs. However, she finds nothing, at least on iOS. It's because our app recently has been blocked by Apple App Store review guidelines, since the NFTs in the wallets are violating the terms about the digital content. So we removed the access temporarily. However, you could also access your NFTs on Android and also on the desktop. So time goes by, and every day Maria opens the safe to check if their investments went up or not. And one morning, as she wakes up and casually unlocks her phone, something doesn't seem right. So she checks the prices, and it seems that everything has dropped. Whoa, there was quite significant money for her that seems just evaporated. She feels anguished. Well, what could she do? It turns out there's still half of the funds left in the Gnosis safe that they could use somehow. So Maria starts to research the websites and the DeFi ecosystem, And she finds that there is a website called Balancer, and she could make an investment with the rest of their funds on the Balancer. So she wants to do just that. In order to connect the Safe mobile app to the Balancer website, she goes to the experimental feature and enables a toggle that allows to connect the app to the external dApps. And then from Safari, she could open the Balancer web page, connect through the Wallet Connect with the Gnosis Safe, and the connection is established. In this case, Gnosis Safe acts as a wallet in relation to other dApp, in this case the Balancer. So when she does that, she creates a transaction in Balancer and gets the confirmations from her friends. However, she still cannot execute the transaction because the app does not allow it. In order to do that, she would need to do transaction execution from the desktop or with a connected wallet via Wallet Connect. So she decides to see what it looks like to connect a wallet with a Wallet Connect. And after installing several other wallets, she picks the first one that she thinks would work. She picks MetaMask and adds additional owner key via Wallet Connect. So she connects it with a MetaMask, confirms, and the wallet has been connected. So now she's able to create and execute a transaction. She presses execute button. However, nothing appears. She tries again, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, nothing still there. So it turns out that the bridge server that connects both transactions is flaky, and she just doesn't receive any messages. After several attempts, eventually it starts to work again, and she executes the transaction, but it fails. Well, why does it fail? It turns out when she waited for too long for the transaction execution, the price has moved, and so the investment price is invalidated because her slippage tolerance is violated. So now she needs to make a transaction again from the start. So she goes ahead, creates a transaction, gets the confirmations from her friends, and executes it via MetaMask, and this time it's successful. Now, with all this stress, she decides to take a break from crypto for a while, and then comes back to her normal life, being Portuguese grammar specialist. And several weeks later, someone knocks at her door. She opens the door and sees Matteo, who is agitatedly speaking to her and pointing on a mobile device and talking something about the prices. So what happened was that their investment actually tripled, and not only they could cover the loss for the NFTs that were a bad investment, but also earn something. So of course they're happy, but there is something that doesn't feel good. Matteo learns that the way how Maria connected the keys was not the secure way, because she connected both of her keys and stored them within the same device, and this is not a good thing to do. So instead, she brings hardware wallet with him and helps to set it up and replace another keys with the safe. So every signer on the safe now has hardware wallet. And this is a feature that we added recently. So you could connect a hardware wallet to the safe. You just add the key and connect your wallet there. So for better security, avoid storing multiple keys on the same device. Prefer using keys for the singular purpose, and use hardware wallets for increased security. So after all this, another group of friends has been interested in their success, and they wanted to join their safe. So it was possible, but Matteo had one condition, so that the other group would have need to collect more signatures in order to make transactions. To talk more about that, please welcome Andrey.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Andrey, and I'm software engineer, and since recently, I'm also a product owner at Gnosis on mobile. So to continue and finish the story of the demo, what happened is that another friends of Matteo and Maria wanted to join them and to pull the funds together to manage them together. But these friends are not so experienced. So Maria and Matteo decides that they decide to create two separate groups. In one group, there would be Matteo and Maria, and they would require only 2 signatures to execute the transaction. But another group, their friends, would require at least 4 signatures to execute the transaction. And here we come to a very nice and cool property of the Gnosis Safe account that actually is not only a wallet, it's a dApp. And the best demonstration of this duality is the fact that you can make your safe as the key in another safe. So why would you want to do this? Well, again, we want to create a use case when you need 2 confirmations from one group or 4 confirmations from another group to execute any kind of a transaction. So how is it possible to organize? You can create a one safe which would require one of the 2 signatures. And it would have only 2 owners. One owner safe would require 2 out of n signatures, another would require 4 out of m signatures. In this way, you achieve your desired properties. To generalize this idea, you can treat any 1 out of n multisig as a OR condition, and any m out of n multisig as an AND condition. And basically, you can build much more complicated security schemes and use cases just using these 2 properties. So mobile app, on the other hand, can be a perfect companion in this user experience because what you can do, you can use your mobile safe as a key in another safe, and using together mobile app and web interface would make this experience much smoother. Let's come to a more sophisticated use case. I'm a family guy and have a wife, and I have 2 nice kids, Michael and Lev. So I would like to create my family safe with some properties, security properties that I want to design. So in these properties, my wife or I should be able to spend up to 500 euro per day, euro denominated in some stable coin. So all of our funds if we both confirm this transaction. Our kids, Mikhail and Lev, should get the approval from myself and my wife to spend up to 500 euro, or get the approval of both of us to spend more. So this is quite sophisticated use case, but let's start with simple steps. First, I want to meet the condition that myself or my wife should be able to spend all funds if we both confirm, but our kids can initiate the transaction. For that, we can create 2 out of 2 multisig, and we can delegate for our kids a key. So delegate key is not a full owner, but they have some nice properties. So a couple of words about delegate keys. Delegate keys is not a smart contract feature. It's a convenience feature. It's a layer that our transaction services allow, and they allow delegates to initiate transactions, and then myself and my wife can approve it and execute it. So our kids can always initiate a transaction. On the other hand, delegate can be used for other use cases. For example, we can receive push notifications for our hardware keys on your mobile device, also thankfully to delegates. Okay, now we want to add the condition that myself or my wife would like to spend up to 500 euro per day using our family safe. So how to achieve that? That many of you already know that we have this nice feature called spending limit. So if you enable it in your web interface in your safe, and you specify who exactly is allowed to use this feature, so it doesn't need to collect all these multi-signature requirements to use this feature. Any owner mentioned here can spend the funds up to some limit. So yeah, we decided to enable this feature for our family safe, and it helps in our use case. The way why it works is because safe as a smart contract that supports modules, and modules are very powerful. So modules allow executed transactions within all required confirmation, without requiring all confirmations. As modules are super powerful, they're security critical. That's why you should be really careful if you want to enable other modules in your safe web interface, but you can already use this spending limit module. Okay, now back to our use case, spending up to 500 euro per day. The way to do so, what I could do, I could create a safe 2 out of 4 when me and myself will have a key with my wife, And both our kits will have safe 2023, where I and my wife will have a key as well. Yay, we will achieve the property of spending up to 500 euro daily limit requirements, because to initiate the transaction, our kits would still require one of our signatures, and we can spend up to 500 euro per day easily. But we're still not there yet. And why we are not there yet is that the fact that we have requirements that all our funds should be spent only we both confirm it. So how could we achieve this property using safe contracts? Since contract version 1.3.0, we added support of guards. And the guards are separate smart contracts that have a nice property that they can do the checks before and after transaction execution. So for my use case, or for my example, I could design a guard that would explicitly check that both myself and my wife provide the signature. Or a more generic use case, we could check that we have only one signature for a single owner from all the nested safe structures. So using this combination of the guards and the modules and the nested safes, I achieve the property that I have in my family safe that meets all the requirements that I would like to achieve. So yeah, just to finish our talk, I would like to recap what we have with mobile apps. Mobile apps right now are still limited. You cannot do everything there. You cannot create a safe there, but they are really helpful. You can load there your safe. You can use already many types of owner keys. And recently we added the ledger key that allows you to use the safe in a really secure way. So good products, as you know, they focus on specific use cases, maybe like Argent focusing on the user groups that are just for personal usage. Within the safe team, we try to build an ecosystem or generic products that would enable thousands of use cases for thousands of users. More about our ecosystem and our vision tomorrow. There will be a talk by Richard Meissner, who is here. And please come and visit it and to see where are we going to go with our Gnosis Safe. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.